Hi guys, and welcome to Little Creations by Crystal. So I've decided to do like several small tutorials that will show you guys like some basics in software. So for instance, I'm doing them for Silhouette Studio, and I am also going to be doing them for Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to go ahead and start today. And basically, we're just going to go over a few things for each tutorial so that you don't get overwhelmed and it's not like a 15-minute tutorial. It's just a few minutes. All right, so here we go. So today I'm really going to kind of go over the objects over here on the left-hand side of your panel. And we may hit a few of these over here. It just depends on how long it takes. I have a couple things drawn out here just to show you what I'm going to be doing with them. First of all, let's just go over the arrow. This is your select arrow. It's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, whenever you have it on that, you can select objects on your map. The next thing is edit points. So this is a really cool feature, especially if you like to design. It can help you create things. So if I click, when I have that clicked and I click on my rectangle, no longer does it select it, but now it actually shows me every point on my image. The points on your image are the places where your blade actually will like go down and then come up. So it's every time the blade pops up and down. All right, the cool thing about node editing is you can do a lot with it. You can move your object to make it look different. You can actually add a node. So right here it has the hand. If I move a little closer, I see an arrow with a line. That's basically asking me if I would like to place another node. So if I click, it will place another node there for me. And then I have the ability to move that node if I want to make a completely different shape. You can also up here towards the top are all your options for nodes. First one is to break. Well, this first one is to actually delete a node. The second one is to break your connection site. So if I click on break, it's actually going to disconnect that node. So see, now I have an open space. I don't have a closed object, but if I wanted to close it, all you have to do is connect these two circles again, and now it's closed again. So it's pretty cool. All right, and then this next one is you want to only work with one side of the node. So when this is clicked, if you move this at all, it's not going to affect this other side that's connected. The next one will actually, when it's on curve, which it will be in a minute, it will actually affect both sides. And I'll show you that in just a second. This is to always have a straight line between nodes, and then this is the curved. This is the simplify, which if you have something that has a lot of nodes. Let me see if I have anything I could throw over here. Sure, this. Let's throw this over here real quick. So I'm going to pop in Elmo's face. And if I click on nodes for Elmo, there's a lot of nodes. Like that's a lot. So let's just say that I don't want my machine to have to cut or pick up that many times if it doesn't have to. So you can choose simplify. Now guys, you can use these options up at the top left. You can also use it in the point editing panel. I just totally forgot that it was even over here. So I'm going to use it now. I'm going to go down to simplify, and I'm going to click it, and look how it took all those like the nodes that we just didn't need. It took them away and it simplified it. Sometimes you have to pay attention because it can distort your image a little bit. So for instance, I'll show you guys really quick. We'll make a copy of this. This one we will leave alone. This one we will go ahead and simplify. So I double clicked to get my nodes popped up, and I'm going to go over here and click simplify. All right, so now let's look at the two images and see what the difference is. This one really isn't too bad. There isn't that much of a difference, so I would definitely simplify it. Sometimes, though, it does change it quite radically, and I'm like, oh, never mind, go back. So you just kind of have to look at it and see which one you would prefer. All right, so that was simplifying. Really quick, we're going to go back into Node Edit. We're going to click our little rectangle here, and we are going to go up here to, we're going to click a node. Yeah. If you noticed, guys, when I just had this on Node Edit, this was all grayed out over here except for simplify and convert to path. And then this over here is all grayed out. It's because I haven't clicked on a node yet. So I'm going to click on my project, click on a node, and now these are all lit up. These are all lit up, and I can use them. Over here in the little panel, I do like the panel better because it like tells you what you're doing. I'm going to click Make Curve, okay? If you notice, I no longer have a straight line here, and I have this little like hammer pull here or arm pulley thing that I can move to totally, you know, make my object however I want to make it. Since I have it on Make Curve, when I click this node, it also has the little hand tools. Now look, when I do this, both sides are moving. Maybe I don't want both sides to move. Maybe I want that other side to stay high, but I want this side here to go high too. Every time I try, it just does this. I just come over here and I'm going to choose the one that says corner, because then that tells it not to move both sides. And now I can just move my one side if I want to instead of both. So that's how, those are your options in your point editing panel. It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of things with point editing. This is the one feature that I'm hoping Cricut Design Space has really soon because it is a great feature. All right, so next thing over here on the left in our tool menu here is our line tool. You can draw a straight line. You can draw a polygon. You can draw a curved shape, or you can do an arc. So for instance, with the straight line, you simply just draw it. Now it can be straight anyway. If you want it to be like perfectly straight, like if you're drawing lines to write on, just hit Shift before you draw and then draw. And when you draw, it will not, you know, be crooked at all. It'll be straight across. Next one is the polygon. I don't use this feature very much, but basically you draw, when you stop, you draw, you click, sorry, you draw, and then when you're ready to stop, you click, and it'll like make a segment. So you can make a shape. So there's a shape. If you wanted to do a hexagon, you can do that. I'm not good at this, so that's probably why I don't use this feature very much. But you can definitely make shapes. This one is kind of freehand in a way that you can, well, actually, it's the same as the polygon, except now it's curved. So it's really neat. You can do a lot of things with it. Here's kind of a circle. You can do, let me see. You can do a figure eight like it shows there. There you go. So I made a figure eight. So you can do a lot with that. And then the final one is the arch or the arc. And it's pretty cool. You basically just click and drag, and then you can open it as much as you want. And this, I'm just taking my finger and going in like a circle on my mouse. So if you want a half a circle, now you have to remember it's just drawing a line. So if you actually want these to connect, you would need to come over here to your point editing and hit convert to path. And then when you click on it, you can simply just add a node and leave it there, and then, whoops, and then grab the red dot. Okay, why won't that grab? There we go. Let me zoom in a little. Come on. There we go. Grab your red dot and bring it across, and now you have a solid piece. If you want to make sure that you have a solid piece, just hit a fill color. If it is not solid, it will not fill. So for instance, if I choose this node and I choose to break path, now the image is not filled with a color. It's blank, but I just connected it again and it filled right back up. So it's pretty cool how it does that for you, but that's how you know if you fully connected the object. If it will fill with a color, it's fully connected. If it will not fill with a color, it's because there is a point where two nodes are not connected. All right, and then this is a simple overview of the shapes. You can do rectangles, you can do rounded rectangles, and the rounded rectangles can be really round or not so much. You just move these dots, like I just changed it into an oval. I made it like an army tag. That would be a great army tag right there. There's more of a square with a little round of the edge, and then if you definitely want the rounded rectangle, you would just put it up like that. So that's pretty, whoops, and I made another one. So that's pretty simple. And then you have the circle option. You can do it freehand and kind of do it any way that you want. If you're looking for a perfect circle, you want to hit your shift key and then click and, you know, move the circle as big or as little as you want it. This will be a perfect circle. Whoops. Aha, let me show you that. So I hit shift, I click, and then I draw my circle. Do not let go of shift until you unclick. Then you have that perfect circle. If you let go of shift before then, it'll do what it just did, and like it won't be perfect anymore. All right, whoops, I don't want another circle. So we're just gonna delete these. All right, guys, and then today, the last thing I'm going to go over is the freehand tool, and then I'll do another tutorial picking up where we left off. And so this is a freehand tool. This is a pencil. So this is totally freehand. You know what? I'm going to move some stuff so you guys can really see. So I'm going to click my selection tool, and I'm going to go ahead and delete a bunch of this. Now I'm going to do freehand. So this freehand one, you click and then you kind of move your finger across your mouse, or you move your mouse. I have a mouse pad that I'm using. So there it is, freehand. It's not very smooth. Like you can see that I'm just not that good at it. So that's where this feature comes in pretty cool, the draw smooth freehand. I use this one more than the other one. You do the same thing. You click and you hold and you draw. But when you let go, it smooths it out for you a little bit better. My smoothing is only at 50%. So up here at the top, you can actually increase your smoothing. Let's do that because I don't like how that one came out. There we go. So look how much better that second line is. I had my smoothing all the way up to 94%. So I just like, it's like a nice smooth line. So I could definitely make something, you know, using that versus the real riggedy rough line, which if I click on this and double click for node editing and go over here and hit simplify, it does help it smooth a little bit more. I think I can hit simplify one more time. Sometimes when you hit simplify, it adds, and then sometimes it just depends on what you're trying to do. So I just like hit it again and again until I like it. That's a little bit better. See, it did work out a bunch of the bumps and ridges. All right, guys, so that is just for today. It's nice and short, but it is several things for you to learn on Silhouette Studio. And I will be adding more videos, you know, continuing where we left off. So please continue to check it out. If you don't already, please subscribe below and click the bell to get notifications. And again, I will be doing these videos both for Silhouette Studio and Design Space for your Cricut machine, and the Silhouette Studio for your Silhouette machine. All right, guys, have a great day and God bless. Bye-bye.